Hi guys, my name is Alec, this is channel Archive, and this video I'll show you the game Silent Hill F. Come with me to a scary village in Japan. You play as a girl who fights strange monsters. The game has a spooky story and creepy places. It looks very cool and is so fun to play. Let's check it out.
いいよね。何でも持ってる。振りぼっちは嫌。
いつまでここにいる気なの？
自分でもおかしいと思うの。自分で自分がわからない感じ。自分の気持ちが自分で理解できない。
それではお別れを。あなたが幸せをつかんでくれることを願っています。
サイレントヒル F の舞台はサイレントヒルという街ではなく日本になりましたが、精神世界の中で自分自身と向かい合っていくサイコロジカルホラーである点は変わっていません。サイコロジカルホラーである点を踏まえながら和風ホラーのエッセンスを強化していきました。 和風ホラーの特徴は単純なグロテスクさではなく、美しいものとおぞましいものが共存していることです。美しいがゆえにおぞましいというコンセプトで作っています。
As a key concept in Silent Hill F is the idea of beauty and terror. We created our visual designs to have a distinct uneasiness to them, but also have a horrific charm that would make it so you just couldn't stop staring. In this matter, we were extremely fortunate to be able to work with Kara-san to design our key character art, as their designs perfectly suited the ideal of beauty and terror. One of our core development goals was to make sure Ryukishi-san's unique storytelling characteristics were completely preserved. Because the flow and pacing of a script is very, very different than that of a playable game, there was a lot of discussion and iteration between our teams on what things would need to be adjusted, why they would need to be adjusted, and how to best go about it. For instance, something we had to consider was the flow of the levels in relation to the story, such as when to push players along, when to give them the freedom to explore. In order to present Ryukishi-san's lore in the most suitable way, we'd organize what information would fit best where, such as through environmental storytelling, secondary information such as a note you'd pick up during gameplay, characterization through animations, VO, etc., etc. And of course, what parts would be most suitable as a cutscene.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're exploring one of the most intriguing and unsettling horror games in development. This upcoming entry in a legendary horror franchise takes things in a bold, new direction, blending psychological terror, surreal imagery, and traditional folklore in ways we've never quite seen before. Let's dive into everything we know so far: story, gameplay, combat, release date, and why this could be the most. What begins as a grounded psychological story soon shifts into a nightmarish journey filled with physical and emotional transformation. The scenario is penned by Ryukishi 7, a Japanese horror writer known for deep, disturbing narratives and unpredictable psychological twists. His work has always focused on memory, guilt, and the fine line between sanity and madness, and here that vision shines. It's not just a game about fear. It's about what happens when identity, relationships, and reality begin to decay. The narrative explores themes like betrayal, inner guilt, fear of abandonment, and how trauma reshapes us. A line from the trailer says it all: "Friends don't last forever, just like you betrayed them." Every line of dialogue hints at buried pain and emotional horror. The creature design is truly disturbing. Visually, the game is stunning and horrifying. It's built in Unreal Engine 5, and every scene oozes dread and atmosphere. From mold-infested school halls to dense, corrupted forests, the environments feel alive in all the wrong ways. Red blossoms spread through every structure, symbolizing both death and beauty. The soundtrack is being composed by Akira Yamaoka, along with other talents like Kensuke Inage. The audio experience blends traditional Japanese instrumentation with ambient horror tones, creating a haunting world where even silence becomes a threat. As for the horror style, this isn't your typical Western survival horror. Rather than loud jump scares and action sequences, the game leans into psychological dread, quiet unraveling, and internal breakdowns. It focuses on what we fear within ourselves. The body horror is symbolic, and the supernatural elements feel deeply